r/AskReddit. Serious, what are some men's issues that are overlooked? The fact that people ridicule and laugh at you for having depression is something we all need to talk about. It isn't funny. Depression is real, and the fact that so many are choosing to keep it within is simply disturbing. Insecurity in general. You're not supposed to show that you have doubts or worries about your abilities or self-image. A man is supposed to be confident, able and self-assured. It's not okay for men to admit that they lack self-esteem, or that they have genuine problems with their self-image, as they are seen as weaknesses in and of themselves. Other men or women aren't going to bring you up. They won't provide emotional support and tell you it's okay to be unconfident or to feel shame about who you are. They will simply expect that you should take it on the chin. Not everyone can be that guy. But, for a man, what actually makes you feel like a man is being that guy. So you kind of walk around pretending that you're happy, despite the fact that you're not seen as valuable or as desirable as other men, because in doing so, you would be seen as even less valuable or desirable. TL, drive. If you feel like shit and are insecure, it's bad. But if you display that you feel like shit and are insecure, it's even worse. Fuck. I've never really been able to put that feeling into words before, but that felt insanely good to get off my chest. Yes. This is why as a male, I will always try to compliment other males. Oh hey man, how's it going? Hey, nice shirt by the way. Just gotta make it genuine. Has to be deeper than surface compliment. P.S. Do this to everyone and they will be happier, and you make the world a better place. It's the worst to feel insecure about feeling insecure. My ex-girlfriend had depression and was always super insecure and needy at the beginning of our relationship. I supported her through it. But when I talked about my own self-esteem issues, I could instantly feel that she lost respect for me. Now I was too sensitive and emotional, and I was the girl in the relationship. It's been over for 2 months, and I am still really insecure about my issues. I am afraid that if I will show my insecurities to a girl again, I will lose her again. But I also don't want to wear this mask of the secure, stoic man all the time. I just hope there are women out there who really allow their partner to feel insecure from time to time and don't lose respect for them when they do so. Isolation. I've felt this myself, and I've done some reading about it. Men tend to become more isolated and lonely as they get older. After a certain point they don't make an effort to gain friendships and tend to shy away from any type of social engagement. I feel this way, because as of right now, I don't have a close male friend. At least not someone I can talk to about things going on with me personally. I know a lot of people, but I'm less and less engaged with them as each year passes. It concerns me as of late, because I don't want to end up a hermit, but without a solid relationship, I could see myself headed this direction in my older years. Hello from the other side. I'm 57. When I was younger I told myself that I didn't need other people, and that's still largely true. Today I don't have any close friends. The odd thing is, people like me. They tell me that they think of me as a friend. But not one of them would consider me their best friend. If anyone were to ask me to do something with them or for them, I would. I have. However, I rarely ask myself. When I do, the results are hit and miss. I know that everyone's priorities are different. Everyone's work and life balance isn't the same. Jobs and kids get in the way, and friendships are sometimes a lower priority. But when you're my age, many of those issues are already resolved. In all likelihood your kids are grown and you've probably reached as high a level as you're going to in your career. Yeah, there are always exceptions. By my age you're probably established enough and comfortable enough to do pretty much whatever you want. Yet here I am. Not exactly lonely, but alone. I wonder if things might have been different if I'd had a different attitude towards my solitude when I was younger. Reading the stories from others here, I'm starting to believe that things wouldn't have been. Which makes me wonder if it's the culture that's at fault. Hopefully we'll get more responses from outside the US or UK. I'm retired now. Time to start a new life on a beach somewhere. I might still be alone, but at least the scenery would be great. Isolation. Many men have no friends. More so, they don't know how to find meaningful friendships. It's incredibly difficult to know where to even begin, more so if you're not in college or school. I'm 24, almost 25, and never had an emotional outlet. I don't even know what that looks like in a healthy sense. The first relationship I had, I believe I ruined because I put too much of what I had been carrying for so long on that person, as patient and as caring as they were. Crushing, black, empty, cold, never-ending, screaming into the void loneliness, and everyone's casual shrug when I even hint about it. Just work, pay taxes, walk the dog, keep your mouth shut, don't have feelings, don't be short, try to keep up appearances of virility, and never, ever, whatever you do, don't let anyone know how lonely you are because they'll just sort of awkwardly giggle and change the subject. Oh man, that awkward reaction and topic change when you bring stuff up is the worst, ha ha. If I could ask for anything at all in a friend, in a partner, just anyone at all really, it would be that they recognize and care for the extent of what I feel and go through. They don't have to fix it, I don't want them to try. I just need a witness, and you can't even get that. Abuse from women, other men. We're told to just take it and toughen up, it builds character, puts hair on the chest, etc., and we don't need support or a helping hand. Fuck that. Yes. My cousin was constantly tormented and beat on by his 2 older brothers. He died at 39 from alcoholism because of that. Thank you for saying this. I was forced into sex with a girl for nearly 2 years. She either cut herself until I did it, or put the knife to me and forced me inside. The emotional toll this woman has taken on me is immeasurable, and no one cares or thinks it's a big deal. No one. Not my family, not my co-workers, not my community, etc. All of them say, women can't sexually assault or rape you. The lack of a good support system. Just because a guy has people that he hangs out with, doesn't mean he's comfortable telling them serious personal issues. I don't the accuracy of the statement, but I read that majority of men between ages 14-35 are lonely. I can speak for myself, and that's true. It had been more than a year I had any human interaction outside my family. Even though your family is your back, but you don't tell them all the things you are going through just because you don't want to bother them with your problems, because you feel your problems don't matter and you should be able to face it on your own. I work at a psychiatric hospital, and out of the 13 wards, only 3 are for women. The huge problem to face men is mental illness, and most, if not all, the patients are there because they kept taking drugs as well. Emotional abuse of men. My BF suffered that in both his marriages, and I am so careful to not say or do anything that could make him feel the way they made him feel. I try very hard to be sure he knows I value him for who he is, just the way he is, every single day. Even he doesn't know how much damage they caused him. I will never get over this 1950s assumption that women can't abuse men. Women abuse men way more often than anyone realizes, and the system is stacked against men in so many different ways. Edit. I've only been on Reddit for 2 days, so I don't understand the reward system, but thank you. Edit number 2, I woke up to a ton of responses, and I've got to clean my house today, so I probably won't respond to many more of them, but I clearly hit a nerve with this comment. To the men who have been emotionally abused, I am so sorry, and I would encourage all of you to seek therapy. It really does help. To the women who love them, don't stop loving them. My soon-to-be brother-in-law suffered horrible emotional abuse from his ex-wife. And it's still ongoing because she is quite happy to use the 2 kids to keep hurting him. Lucky, they nearly hit college age, and after countless altered lines in the sand, the kids clued in that she's poison. But it took years for my sister to get him to therapy and for him to start valuing himself again. So this one might not be as serious as the others. I babysit my friends' kids all the time. One is 3 and the other is 11. I like to take them out and about to have some fun. We go eat food, we go to the park, and arcades too. We have a ton of fun, but I always get weird looks from people. They don't look like me at all because I'm not the father. I've had people interrogate me and it's weird to me. I've been there their entire life and treat them like my own kids, so it kinda hurts. Edit. Well shit, I guess it's more serious than I thought. That one is so terrible. Men just can't be around children without being looked at weird. Regardless of their relationship, except if you are clearly their father or a woman is with you. Mental health. And this is coming from someone who has lived on the ideas of you're a guy, get over yourself. It was taught to me, I didn't think much of it, and now that I'm about to hit 20, I can feel the effects like a ripple. It's actually hard for me to open up to people, and when I do I feel like I'm wasting everyone's time. Edit. I appreciate all of the upvotes. As time goes on and if more people see this, I'll read everything you all have replied with. I one day hope to have the courage to seek help for myself. Until then though, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and seek to make tomorrow a better day than today. I'm about to hit 21 and feel the exact same. My mom always say I can talk to her, but whenever I try, it just locks itself as if something inside me is stopping me from talking about that kind of stuff with her. So I'm at the park playing tag with these kids I'm babysitting, and out of nowhere this old lady comes up to me and starts asking all sorts of questions. Do you know these kids? What are their names? Can you call their parents for me? Even asking the kids if they knew me, and when they answered yes, she responded with, "You don't have to lie. If you don't know this man, you can tell me and I can help you." Just last week I was at the park with my 2-year-old daughter, and a bunch of moms were sitting at a bench chatting about 30-ish feet away. This girl, about 2-ish, is playing with my daughter, climbing all over the stuff, and doing pretty good for young kids, and gets sort of stuck on a ladder and asks me for help down. So I grab her and set her down. She says "thank you," and then runs over to the car thing my daughter is climbing up. So I follow them, like I have been doing for the last hour. During this hour no other parent guardian has moved from the benches. Then one comes over to me and says, "Sorry, but could you not stay so close to my daughter? And don't touch her again." I'm not following your kid around, I'm following mine. Your kid was stuck on a ladder, should I just let her fall next time? Well, no, but... Well, then you have to be there if she falls. That's probably the 3rd time that's happened to me in the last few months. I get it, and I appreciate the concern, but it's pretty annoying. Loneliness. Many men tend to have a lot of friends, but never close friends or people they feel like truly care about them, which leads to declining mental health, and maybe worse. Especially not relationships in which you can talk mental health and that deep emotional stuff. The good old friends that I hang out in school, college with, but don't meet them outside of there. This one is top 3 things that sometimes keep me up all night. Being hit with the realization that if everyone I knew got you get one last phony call to one person before you die ultimatum, I am not sure a single one of them would be to me. Edit. Sorry guys.